going on, guys? So today we're gonna be taking the pit bike down there and talking about the pit bike track I'm gonna be building. But first, before we do that, I'm gonna talk about this bike right here. So I've had this bike for a few months now, and after having it for a few months, I rode it stock. I like it stock, but it's time for some change. So right here I have some levers and a black plastics kit for it. I'm going to be starting a build series on it. First mod I did was a bar pad, just because the stock bar pad on the Yamahas are a little bit dinky. So aftermarket bar pad, and I got that stuff, and I have a ton more stuff that I'm going to be ordering for this bike very soon. So build series for this thing coming very soon. It's going to be sweet. I'm not going to spoil any of it, but it's just going to completely transform the bike. It's going to be sweet. So yeah, let's get moving down over here. So I got my little pit bike here, and we have a track back there already, but it could be better. So it's a big area, but I'll explain what we're gonna do with it. Just gonna park this thing out here for now. Alright, and that is really soft. Wow. I'm gonna lean it up instead. Dude, it just sunk into the ground. Okay, that's good. Sheesh, it looks so good. Oh, all right, I almost tripped and died. Let's get in here. So this is the dirt bike track as it stands right now. We have, hello goats, have a big berm right here. So I'll just say from the start is right here, and you go, and you can choose that way or that way. As you can see, it's just complete water back here, like it's a absolute disaster. So I'm gonna wait about a month for it to dry up. Need to do some stick and log control, but that's okay. We'll just get the excavator back here. So there's 3 paths. Oh, there's some wild ducks right there. I don't know if you guys can see that, a male and a female. There's that path, which is completely underwater. There's this path, which is also kind of underwater, and then there's this path right here. So we'll start with this one. Basically, you come right here and you go and you hit this jump. It's come up a little bit, so we dig it out, but I'm thinking about just taking all of this dirt right here and maybe just moving this back a little bit and making it smaller like this, leaving some dirt there and taking the rest of this here and using it elsewhere, because I really don't want to pay to import dirt. So we'll see what happens there. But if I have to order, you know, a few $100s worth of dirt, then it is what it is. So there's this jump. You come and you land out of that corner. You land usually about like here. You can see kind of like the tire tracks start like here. My sister's tire tracks usually, I don't know, she usually doesn't hit this very hard. Usually get to about here, and then you head down this way and it meets up with this part of the track. Ooh, that's slick. I want to take out some of this dirt here too. But you come through here and then you have this jump. A tree fell. So like I said, log control, probably gonna have a burn pile or something. You can choose to go this way over that jump, or you can go around it. And I guess there's 4 paths really. You can go this way too. Usually this path isn't, you know, accessible because that's like in the middle there. I think it's like a foot deep. So you can kind of plop over that. Usually I don't use this path as part of the track. I just usually do stoppies over that little lip right there. We have that, so you can go this way, you can go that way over this little jump here. Or you can go this way and go around these trees and end up over there. It also kind of intertwines with this right here. If you want to go like this, you can, but that's some pretty steep turning. Then the other part of the track is right here. So let's see if we can get over here. Come through over there, and usually this isn't underwater, during the summer, but come through here and then you can go either that way, which is sketchy because there's some tree roots, or you go this way. Usually I just go this way. I just barrel straight through here and go into the corner that is underwater. Yeah, so you have that way, that way, that way. So there's 4 paths here that come from one. From here, it links back up into one path. So you got like your 1, 2, 3, 4 paths all merge into this one here. So that's kind of like your passing zone. And I'm just explaining the current track. I'm going to change it, but so you come into this corner here, that berm, and then you boogie out of it. And this is kind of the enduro section here. I want to incorporate this because this is a big bike track as it stands right now, but I want to make it into a pit bike track since I sold my 250. I'd rather have a pit bike track. I don't have any need for a big bike track. I mean, I guess I could ride it with my 450, but I don't know. I might end up buying another 250. I don't really know right now. So you have 2 paths, splits right here. You can go that way or that way. This way is a jump. Probably gonna take some of this dirt, make this smaller. What I'm gonna do, I think, I might take one of those logs and move this back and then take the dirt out of here so that it's just a steep jump over this, and then maybe take some dirt off the backside, like I said. Or you could go that way, which goes into that berm. This way goes straight over here, and basically from here you can kind of like, usually this way you go straight, which is kind of, you know, counterproductive with that part of the track, but it's okay. You can barrel into here or there. Sometimes what I usually do is I come over here and I slide the rear brake, and then I like seat bounce this. When all this dirt right here didn't used to be here, it's kind of like washed down, but usually this is a good lip right here, good enough to seat bounce over there. You can see it kind of like curves a little bit here, so you usually hit it right there and you can make your way over there. And then yeah, the other path right here goes back that way to the start. So what I'm thinking of doing is we have, hello, I know you want out but you can't go up. We have that 8-foot gate right there. What I'm thinking is taking down the fence right here, bolting an 8-foot gate right there, and then taking down the fence, sorry ducks, taking down the fence right here and bolting another 8-foot gate right here so we can go into this part. So now that you have the basic layout of the track and the fence plans, let's talk about how the track's gonna look. Now, I haven't really thought about this myself, so I guess you guys are getting the first peek. I've definitely taken all of this dirt right here. We don't need a berm that big. I hardly even used all of that berm on the big bikes. So start's gonna be right there. You can come down here. I'm still gonna have 2 paths. I might actually no, I think I'm gonna keep these 2 paths, but those 2 over there are gonna be repurposed. And what I think I'm gonna do is have, let's see here. Oh, no, okay. All right, scratch all of that. Start's gonna be right here. We're gonna move all this dirt. We're gonna barrel down this way. We're gonna go down here. Scratch the idea for that jump too. We're gonna barrel down there. We're gonna curve around the tree, and we're gonna come back through here. We're gonna come back through here, so I'm gonna have to fill that in. I'll probably use that dirt because this part won't be used. That can be spectator area. Maybe I'll build something here. I'm gonna fill this in. So I'm gonna go swing around. I'll build a little jump right there. Maybe I'll keep a little lip right here so we can jump out of this. And then I'm gonna have a corner right here. hit the corner, and you're gonna go straight into this jump here. Go down here, and all right, this is as far as I've gotten. So, I think we're gonna go swing. I don't know if I want to swing around those trees and come back this way or go that way, because usually that way's underwater. Let's see. I think we're going to swing around the tree and come back this way, so I'm going to take out some of that stuff right there. Maybe remove that tree. Yeah, that'll be wide enough so we can go. Maybe I'll take out a little bit more right here. I don't want to get into that tree's roots, though, because that thing's still alive. Go down that way, circle around those trees, come back this way. Yeah, and that'll be perfect just to bolt straight through there. Come down this way. We're gonna go into the duck area through here. And let's see. There's some dirt. I can take some of that dirt there and some of the other dirt and build a little bit of jump. I can scrape this and level it. Maybe use, well, I'm gonna need to get that tree out of the way. That stump and that rock. I can just build on that rock, but then once it wears through, the rock's gonna hit somebody's back tire and just buck them up in the air. So we'll go that way, and we'll make a little zigzag or something, maybe go back up the hill. That'll be fun though, to have like just a fast part, and then loop up there, come back down, and then come back through here, and you'll be right back on the start stretch. I think that's the move. So yeah, I got big plans. I'm gonna have to break out the excavator and the track loader and get back here and just start cracking away. But that's kind of my plan with this big area back here. In a month or so, when it starts to dry up, I think next week it starts to get dry. So it's gonna start to get like really dry, like nice weather, like 70 and sunny. Yeah, when that 70 and sunny weather comes, this all right here dries up pretty quick. It's just the deep spots like there and back there that stay, you know, underwater for a little while. So I think that's the move. I think I'm gonna start working up here and on this, and take down this fence and put the gate right here to start with. An 8-foot gate, so 96 inches. Excavator's plenty wide to fit through here, and start the work in here too, because this stays dry for most of the time. You know, it only gets wet down there and right here. Everywhere else is dry, so we can work in here once I get this fence down. Maybe I'll do that sooner so we can have a jump start on it. But this track's gonna be fire. I got a bunch of friends with pit bikes. I'll invite them over and we'll do pit bike races. Yeah, it's gonna be sweet. Thanks for tuning into this video. I'll keep you guys updated with the track updates, and the YZ build series will start soon. But until then, you guys say bye, Michelle. Will you say bye? Good girl. Okay. Peace out, guys.